Hey everyone, it's Ethan Ormes back again for another video today, and welcome back to our Chicago Blackhawks franchise mode. And we're going to be hopping into the playoffs, year one. Imagine that. Now, obviously, this is the first time we've done this this year. We were unsuccessful at doing it with the Moncton Mist, which is kind of understandable, and we were unsuccessful at doing it with the Minnesota Wild as well, I believe. Actually, maybe not. Now that I think about it, but I'm pretty sure we missed year one. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to actually go back and take a look. So, either way, we're here in the postseason, year one, with the Chicago Blackhawks. So let's quickly update you guys on what the team looks like. Here we go. So we've got ADB with Strome and Kane, and we've got Holla, Kubalik, arguably our best line this season. Shiri, Dak, and Nylander, a tremendous third line, and then Shaw, Walmark, and Janmark, pretty regular fourth line, really. Keith and Boakvist combined for a great year. Keith obviously with 57 this year, and Boakvist with 42, so 97 points between the two of them is fantastic. Very, very good. Nikita Zadorov and Sami Vatanen on the second pairing, and Connor Murphy and Calvin Dunn on the third pairing. Then Colin Delia and Malcolm Subban. Now, I didn't really know who to go for here for the postseason, but of course, Malcolm Subban has been the better goaltender. So we're gonna start with Subban. We're gonna see how that affects us, how it goes. We're gonna roll with Subban. So let's quickly go and take a look at what the Dallas Stars look like, because I'm sure they didn't really change all that much, but let's see. So Jamie Benn, Tyler Seguin, and Alex Radulov is the top line. Jamie Benn down to an 85, so he's dropping pretty fast. He had 67 points this season, which really isn't that bad. And then Tyler Seguin had 106 points this season. Very, 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 very good. Of course, winning the Art Ross this season, and Alex Radulov with 87 points. Not too bad himself. Then the second line, Dennis Gurriel, Joe Pavelski, and Nick Foligno. Third line of Rupe Hintz, Mikko Koivu, and Blake Como. Then Zach Smith, Radek Faksa, and Jason Dickinson. So, of course, Smith was team at the start of the season. He was flipped to Columbus, and then he was flipped to Dallas alongside a trade with Koivu, if I'm not mistaken, and Foligno. And then defensively, Esa Lindell with John Klingberg, Stephen Johns with Miro Heiskanen, and Jamie Alexiak with Mark Pysyk. Pretty solid D-core, and Khudobin and Bishop is the goaltending tandem. I'm assuming Bishop will be the starter, but maybe not. So let's just advance a day. I don't want to hit the sim yet, because I do want to make sure that Subban is the one starting, just because it may have very well changed it. So, okay, we're good. So, Subban is ready to go. Chicago is ready to go. We don't have home ice advantage. We won't have home ice advantage, I don't think, against any team that we come up against in the postseason, which is fine. A bit of a story, but either way, guys, let's go. Dallas, Game 1, Series 1, 1-1. Jamie Benn and Nikita Zadorov with the goals, and it's 13-10 in shots in favor of Dallas. It's not too bad. Second period now, and we're up 3-1. 80 with two goals, basically in the exact same spot. That's crazy. And about 7 minutes apart. So sick. We have a 3-1 lead as we head into the third. We're getting quite heavily outshot as well. So honestly, a great start to this game and a great start to this series. Let's see if we can end this out on a high note. So far, looking pretty good. We're over halfway through the period, and we still have the 2-goal lead. As long as we don't choke it here. Shots have evened out a lot, which is very good. And Patty Kane with an empty netter to close out the game to make it 4-1. And Malcolm Subban, 35 saves. Patty Kane and 80 with 3 points each. Very, very good from our top line, and that's what we like to see. We want that top line to be clicking this postseason, and Subban, a fantastic start to this series. So let's go, guys. Game number 2 now, again in Dallas. Let's see how it goes. One period down, and it's 0-0. We're out shooting them 10-9. All right. Second period, some goals. A captain goal from Jonathan Taves. I almost said Jonathan Tavares, to be honest. But Jonathan Toews with a goal, Eric Holla with a goal. So there's our second line this time around. And then Tyler Seguin gets a goal to bring Dallas within one, but we are heavily, heavily outshooting them as we head to the third with a 2-1 lead. Can we add to that? Let's see if we can. Joe Pavelski on the power play ties the game, so it's 2-2. We have a power play of our own. Can we get the lead back? Unfortunately, we can, and right after the power play, Jason Dickinson gives Dallas the lead, and now we're trailing with only a couple minutes to go here in the game. Not looking good for Chicago here, and unfortunately, we kind of choke, letting up 3 unanswered goals. A big game from Bishop with 30 saves. Yeah, unfortunately a late choke there in game 2, and that definitely sucks because now we're a 1-1 heading to Chicago, which I have faith here in Chicago, but would have been much nicer to go up 2-0. So let's see what we can do here in Chicago. Game number 3. Let's go. First period is 1-1. Foligno and Nylander with the goals. There's our rookie, or one of our rookies, I guess. I guess he's technically not a rookie, but one of our prospects, we'll say. We're getting outshot 13-8. Not too bad, but could be worse, could be better. Second period now is 3-2 in favor of Dallas. Blake Como and Tyler Seguin with the goals, and ADB gets his third of the series. And again, like I said, we are trailing heading into the third. Power play early in the period for Dallas. We kill it off, thankfully. We have a power play of our own. Unable to capitalize again. Halfway through the period, another Dallas power play. We kill it off again. Another Chicago power play. Dallas kills it off, and it's looking like we're going to go down 2-1 in this series. A 3-2 win for the Dallas Stars. Bishop with 28 saves, Sega and Como obviously with the goals, and unfortunate, guys. So, 2 games in a row that we've lost 3-2, down 2-1 in the series. Can we bring it back here to tie it, or will we go down 3-1? Because if we go down 3-1, that's going to be very, very bad. So let's go. Game number 4, period number 1. We're down 2-1. Foligno and Faxa get the Dallas goals, and Boqvist gets, I want to say, his first postseason goal. And it's 13-11 in the shot category in favor of us. And not looking too great. Let's go, though. Second period. Can we redeem ourselves? Not overly. Evens it up very shortly after that. Only 13 seconds after that Hintz goal, so that's a huge goal. So we definitely have some momentum heading into the third. Can we carry off that momentum? We have a very huge shot lead, and on the power play, Captain Toews puts the team on his back and gets us a goal. Teams exchange power plays, and no goals on the power plays, and Zach Smith, the former Blackhawk, comes to bite us in the ass and gives Dallas a lead, and we have a power play late in the game, please. Unfortunately, we will go down again. 42 shots. And unfortunately, it just wasn't enough. Ben Bishop has been great. And unfortunately, we are now down 3-1 in the series. So, this isn't very good, guys. We're in a very rough spot now. Let's just see how Subban is doing. Not that great. He had a great game 1, but he's been pretty lackluster since then. So here is him to the day of game 5, and we give Connor D'Elia the start. And let's see if he can work with it. Let's see if he can do any better than what Subban's doing. Like I said, not that great. He had a great game 1, but unfortunately, he's kind of struggled so far. So let's see what D'Elia can do. I believe we obviously now have to win the next 3 games in this series if we want to move on. So let's see what happens. Period number 1 of game 1. I also just realized I called him Connor. It's Colin. I'm sorry. Gurianov, Koivu, and Dickinson open up the game. And they make me absolutely regret putting in D'Elia. We are getting outshot 18-7, and we are now basically in an impossible hill to climb. Second period, it's 3-1. 3-1 gets a goal, but we still have quite the hill to climb here in the third period. A power play for Dallas. We are able to kill it off, but we need to get a goal, and we need to get one now. Another power play for Dallas. If we keep giving up power plays, that's not going to be good. That was a long power play as well. Coming down to the wire of this game, and it's not looking good. Your Chicago Blackhawks will be eliminated in 5 games to the Dallas Stars. Ben Bishop was clearly the superior goalie in that series, which honestly sucks. After game 1, I was expecting a much different series, but Dallas really proved me wrong there. So D'Elia honestly ended up finishing with some pretty solid stats. I'm surprised he didn't get pulled, but then again, 18 shots in a period, so that's a lot to face. But yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be the end of our postseason here, guys. I guess we can follow along with Rockford. They're currently down 2-0 in this series, playing Grand Rapids. So let's just see if we can maybe redeem ourselves a little bit here, or if we're going to get swept. We're going to get swept, okay. So absolutely no success through the playoffs this year. One win through from both franchises, so that's not good at all. And unfortunately, like I said, we are out. So let's see how the players did this postseason. So ADB were both point per game, which is good. Then Taves, Halla, and Strome with 4 points each. So that was good. I mean, our top 6 did well. Boqvist, Vatanen, and Kubalik with 2. Zodorov, Nylander, DeHaan, Keith, Dak, Sheary all with 1. Then Murphy, Shaw, Walmark, and Janmark all 0 points. None of them were negative though, which is nice. So no contribution and no lackluster performance, I guess, from our line. As for the goaltenders, like I said, maybe D'Elia would have been the move, I guess. I don't know. Maybe there's a way of telling, unfortunately. So that sucks. Like I said, that definitely sucks. But unfortunately, we're just gonna have to move on to the off year. But before we do so, I would like to take a look at the contracts. I mean, honestly, to be fair, it's kind of shocking we even made the playoffs, because there were much better teams out there that probably could have made it. So let's see. Okay, I was hoping Eric Halla was going to want an extension, because I feel like he's going to be getting a boost, but I also don't want to pay him that money if he doesn't get a boost. I might, I don't know, that's a lot of money, man. I don't really want to pay him that money if he doesn't get the boost, but I feel like he had a good enough season where he would get a boost, because obviously 4 points in the postseason, 64 points in the regular season. As for Vatanen, I mean, I'm not too worried about him. Yeah, he's looking for a lot of money. That's a lot of money I don't really feel comfortable with giving up. So, you know what, let's look at Alex Nylander, actually. Wow, okay, sure, buddy, you dick. Okay, we're going to go for a 2-year deal. He does want an extension, so yeah, we're going to go for a 2-year deal just so that we can get him a little bit cheaper. But my God, I don't know why he wanted a 1-year deal. That's weird. All right, so I'm gonna just try $3 million for the 2 seasons. Let's see if he accepts that. But honestly, I think that's really it for extensions for now, at least. I'm thinking. What about goalies? We've got Tompkins, so yeah. I think that's going to be it for extensions. We'll probably work on Nylander. We might have to work on it again, so yeah, he rejected. I kind of expected that, but it was worth a shot anyways. So let's go back to the expiring players, and let's see if we can get him under contract here. Now he wants a cheap deal for 1. I'm going to offer him 3.25 for 2, though. I would like to have him for, or under a 2-year deal, which would be nice, although maybe it would be smarter to put him under a 1-year deal in case he doesn't grow to be too good. So he does renew, which is nice. I didn't mean to do that. I don't want to send him to the draft quite yet. I do want to see if all his asking prices changed at all, because depending on if it's changed or not, that might help us, might make us worse. So I think his price actually went up, which is great. So I think he is definitely going to get a boost, and excuse me, sorry, depending on the boost he gets, I mean, we to it, of course, but as of right now, I don't. It doesn't seem too likely that we're going to be signing Eric Alla. So yeah, like I said, we'll see what happens. But as of right now, did we just win? Yeah, cool. That's the first time I ever had a coach win the Jack Adams. That's dope. Washington won the Stanley Cup. I was gonna say, I'm like, what is that? But as soon as I saw it, I'm like, wait, do we win an award? Which we did, so that's cool. Minnesota jumped from 7-2. St. Louis 3-1. Rip Nashville. Yeah, so that's cool. At least we get one award this season. That's nice. Let's see if Seabrook retires here. Hossa, Zetterberg, Kessler does. No, definitely not. Seabrook does not look to have retired, which kind of sucks. Would have liked to have gotten rid of that contract, but whatever works, I guess, guys. So, yeah, we're just gonna be stuck with that for another year, I guess. So, unfortunate, but what to do? So let's check out the awards. I'm surprised we honestly won an award. I've never had a coach from the Jack Adams. Obviously, I guess you guys saw the achievement, so that's cool. Washington wins the Stanley Cup for the second time in the last 4 seasons. Toronto wins the Presidents. San Jose, Washington final. Very interesting. Sagan with the Art Ross. Marner with the Hart. Hedman with the Norris. Sagan with the Lady Byng. Lafreniere with the Calder. Lundqvist with the Conn Smythe. Nice. Dubnyk with the Vesna. Fair. That's what I expected. And Dubnyk with the Jennings. I was kind of thinking maybe our goalies were going to split the Jennings, but I guess not. Giordano with the Masterton. D. Rawlings, sick coach, wins the Jack Adams. Bergeron with the Selke. Not McDavid, sorry. Marner with the Lindsay. Matthews with the Maurice Richard. So, very, very cool. Let's hit the draft now, guys. Let's see what's out there. I'm not really sure where we're going to be picking, to be fair. So let's just see. Aatu Räty, of course, and Petri Nikolainen, sick name. Adam Borodziuk, Kirk Kuiper, I think it is pronounced. Brant Clark, who's a beast. Dylan Genther, Trevor Wong, Carson Lambeau, Skull Sillinger, Zachary Leroux, Olaf Forsström. So, yeah, I'm not too sure where we're picking. Obviously, we do still have our first. We are picking 17th. So, let's see. Maybe we can get someone good here. So, Aatu Räty, very good. Niilakainen, actually. I think I said Nikolainen, but it's actually Niilakainen, sorry. Kuiper, Borodziuk, Clark, Genther, Wong, Sillinger, Leroux. Very good. Kasparaitis, Lambeau, Swa. Harrison, Stewart, Chayka, and now our pick. So let's see what we can get. Zubov, it's apparently a bust, so I guess we're not going to go for him. Francesco Pinelli, I've seen grow into a pretty solid player, but this guy, Vitaly Vishnevsky, I don't think he is real, which just kind of enticed me to go for him. Noel Castles as well. I don't think he is real, which kind of makes me want to go for him. Especially because he is a guaranteed medium top 6. But you know what? Let's go for the defenseman. He looks to be a defensive defenseman, which I don't necessarily like. But I feel like this could definitely benefit with having a good defensive defenseman. So let's see. Vitaly Vishnevsky, a 68 medium top 4 is not bad at all. He is listed as a 2-way. Okay. Terrible offensive awareness, though. Alright, so I guess not too bad. See what else we missed on. Zubov, a high top 9. Pinelli, a medium top 6. Jams might have been the move. A medium elite. Castles was pretty solid as well. Almond, pretty solid. Frolov, pretty solid. Let's see if there's anything else out here in the first round. Maybe I could look at targeting, but okay, not looking like it. Maybe Negrin here. Reed Negrin. I'm guessing he goes probably first in the second round. I'm just gonna sim to the next round. We'll see if he's been drafted or not. Let's see. Jackson. Is that Jackson Bellamy? Oh no, it's Joaquin Bellamy. So he is still there by the looks of it. Tempting to go after him, because I bet you he's pretty solid. Offensive instincts, offensive creativity, and a playmaking ability. He's a playmaker for sure. Reed Negrin. So I wonder if we. Well, you know what? Nashville wants to give up the pick, so maybe we can actually get this to go through. It's just wow, both is up to an 85. Cool. It's just what can we even give up? That's the question. Well, maybe we can look at getting rid of a defenseman because Baudin looks to be basically ready for the NHL. So I mean, DeHaan would be nice to get rid of just because of the cap, but I'm going Connor Murphy. Although we do need to get rid of a lefty. So Keith is obviously staying. DeHaan and Zadorov. Zadorov is expiring, so I guess realistically, we just get rid of Zadorov here. I feel like that's just the most logical option. Vishnevsky, good value. Honestly, pretty happy with that pick. Let's see. Is there anyone else we could really target here? Well, Khrushchev, I don't want to get rid of. Soderlund, he's not very good, and it's a bit of value. Tim Soderlund, I mean, he's 2 at 23. I'm sure he's not really going to turn into anything too special. This would be a nice place to have a third round pick. I'll add our fourth and the Columbus fifth we got in the trade earlier in the season. Yeah, I didn't think so. It was worth a shot, but you know what? I feel like it's worth giving up a third. Like our third for next year has very little value. That actually doesn't go through. To be fair, by the way, I was looking at what I didn't think it was going to. That goes through though. Okay, so we do get the first pick here in the second round, and honestly, I mean, is it going to be worth it? I think so. Reed Negrin, welcome to Chicago, a medium top 6, 65 overall. So, again, a pretty solid pick. I can't complain about that at all. And, you know, that sims us to our second round pick later on, which I guess we could have traded away in hindsight, but a very good defenseman here in Rick Hughes or Braxton Kincaid. Defensive zone play, passing ability, and shot blocking. He's 3 years out. Rick Hughes, 3 years out. They're both similar to Nicholas Jarmelson, I guess. So B, C, 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 C. What about Kincaid? B, C, 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 C. Okay. Neither of them have weaknesses, right? Oh, wait, no. Hughes does have a weakness. 6'5", left-handed defense. 6'3", left-handed defense. And you know what? Let's go for the monster. Let's go for the refrigerator. Rick Hughes. Okay, medium top 4 isn't bad, but a 62 overall is kind of low. So let's see what we missed out on Kincaid. A 62, medium top 4. So they seem to be identical, essentially. Not bad stats. Yeah, they are incredibly similar. Wow, okay. So I guess either way, it probably didn't matter all that much. So then we send to the 5th round, which is our pick in the 5th round. Let's see if we can get anyone good here. Wayne Aston, another 6'5" player. We're adding a lot of girth to the team in this offseason. All right, round number 6. Let's go for a goalie. Dennis Crabb. We definitely need to look into goalie prospects. A medium fringe, which isn't any. But, you know what? It's fine. And then let's just see if we can find any guaranteed players out there. Not looking like it. I think we're just going to go for Franklin Yoshi because, quite frankly, that was a sick name and a low elite, actually. Okay, so that's not bad at all. A pretty solid way to end the draft, and there we go, guys. Honestly, pretty happy with this draft. Vishnevsky and Negrin and Hughes, all good. Aston and Crabb are meh, and then Yoshi is honestly not that bad. So honestly already growing a decent prospect pool for a team that's in a very interesting spot, kind of on the outside looking in. So honestly, really happy about that. We're gonna have some scouts we're gonna have to resign, but that is okay. We will look into that later. So let's see, expiring forwards. Eric Holla did not get a boost. Now, very glad I did not sign him. To be fair, it would have been much cheaper to have signed him then, even if it had been a 1 year deal. But yeah, I'm going to release Eric Holla. Worked relatively well, so I can't really complain. Peary wants an extension, and it's a two-way. I'm going to give it to him. He'll be in the NHL. Same thing for Janmark, and I think same thing for Kampf as well. No, just kidding. Kampf wants NHL money, so I'm going to release him. Walmark, down 2 overall, which kind of sucks. Was honestly hoping he'd stay around that 80, and I'm going to release him because he wants NHL money. Victor Edgecell, he wants deals, so we can give that to him. Who's this guy? Hagel? Hagel. We can offer him a deal. Suter's bad. We'll release him. Moberg, 67 out of 20 isn't that bad. I'm just going to give him a 3-year deal. Cole. Yetman is not good. Sarela, he needs an ELC. We'll give it to him. Norgren isn't good at all. We'll release him. So those are the forwards expiring, all getting contracts for the most part. Vatanen, how much money do you want? Still too much for my liking, honestly. Maybe we can look defensive options out there in free agency. So Anton Lindholm, I think I might release him, to be honest. Maybe just let our younger defenseman take a step at it. Lucas Carlson, though, I'm going to sign to a 3-year deal, because why not? Nick Seeler will be released, and Galvis is bad. Goalies, Tompkins is bad. We can find a better one. I am 100% positive. Now let's see some unsigned players. So Crab we could sign, but I'm not going to. Defensively, though, Vishnevsky, I would like to play, and Udes. I think I'm going to sign Vishnevsky and Udes. They can both play in the AHL. I know they're not that great, but they can both play in the AHL. And Yoshi, I could honestly sign him as well. Why not? Let's give him ice time. Maybe it'll help his growth. And that's our defenseman. What about forwards? We've got Reichel, Negrin, Aston. So Reichel, he's not that bad. Could sign him, but I think I might just wait till next year. Negrin, we drafted a lot of Americans this year. I give Negrin a contract. Aston, I'm probably gonna wait on. So there we go, guys. Let's advance today, and I feel like all those players accept. I don't really see anyone declining. I say that TCM decline, so whatever. I'm probably just gonna release him then. If he doesn't want to come back, he doesn't want to come back. So now I guess we can get an idea of what this team may look like. So Kane, DeBrincat, Strome, Taves, Doc, Kubalik, who's up to an 84. Wow, I didn't even realize that's dope. And then Sherry, who's up to an 82, which is nice. Nylander, what is that? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Shaw, which makes 9. Peary, which makes 10. So ideally, I would like 3 forwards. Although Kurashev, depending on how much Kurashev grows, he honestly could hit the NHL this season, but I don't think he'll grow enough to do that. And how many AHL forwards do we have signed? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We get enough. So that's fine. What about defensemen, though? We have Keith, who actually grew an overall, which is cool. And Boqvist and DeHaan and Murphy, Brooke and Baudin. So I think I'm going to roll with Baudin, the NHL team this season, but we definitely need another right-handed defenseman. That is a fact. So we can look at that in free agency. Then for the AHL, we can have Seabrook, Carlson, Chris, Vishnevsky, Regula, Udes. We have enough. So, Malcolm Subban's up to an 83, so that's great. That's really, really good. Okay, that's awesome. Definitely helps the goaltending situation a little bit. Very happy to see that. Okay, so I was gonna say maybe we're gonna have to look into a goalie, but it's looking like we might actually not have to. So That's very nice. We do need an AHL goalie, though. But overall, yeah, I think this team is honestly still in a pretty good spot. So let's sim to free agency. I'm going to assume the scouts we had were bad, and I'll have to look at better scouts anyways, so that is fine. We will come back to that in a moment. Actually, before I forget, we're going to look at scouts now, just because I always seem to forget. So let's see. Let's hire some scouts, hopefully that are good. I'm just going to sort it by overall. Only 2 Bs out there, but I'm going to offer them both a contract. Henrik Zetterberg, nice. I'm probably just going to offer those 2 contracts, to be fair. That'll bring us back up to 17 scouts at least, so that's not bad. Now let's check free agency. Ideally, I need like 2 bottom 6 forwards and a right-handed defenseman for the like bottom 4. All right. So forwards, I guess we can take a look at first. Let's sort it by UFAs, just because I don't even want to look at RFAs. Zach Hyman grew to an 87. Holy shit. Nuge, honestly not looking for that much money. Maybe we could have brought him in. But yeah, like I said, looking for bottom 6 players here on cheap deals. Alex Wenberg is interesting. He's obviously a pretty good like third liner. Guess he didn't really work out in Florida that much. I don't know if I really want to give him that long of a contract though. I mean, it's not like it's a lot. You know, I'll agree if he accepts it, he accepts it. If he doesn't, we can come back to it. But that's honestly a very, very good player. Anthony Duclair doesn't want an extension in Florida either. So Florida just losing players. Nick Ritchie. He's a UFA, really? I'm surprised. Okay, cool. Nick Ritchie though is interesting. Honestly, pretty solid stats. He's kind of slow. I mean, almost 40 points last season in Boston, of course, right? Oh, right, yeah, Boston. Yeah, my bad. Let's offer him a deal as well. Gonna do the same thing, I think. 3 mil, but for 2 years for Nick Ritchie. All right, so that's definitely 2 solid players. And I'm not too worried about signing anyone else, but I guess we can check to see if there's any half-decent prospects out there. No. Not a top 6s at least. What about low top 6s? 69 to 21, Jack Drury. I'll go for him. We might as well, yes. Jonathan Deline just never pans out, I guess. Now let's go take a look at the defenseman. So, of course, we need a defense play in the NHL with us this year. Dougie Hamilton. That would be awesome. He would be a very good addition to this team. Yeah, okay. He's not looking for that much money at all. I'll give him the 4 years he wants, and I know it's going to be a lot of money. But that's 7.5 million. Oh, shit. Actually, this could be bad. I just sent out 6 million, so we're gonna actually have to come back to that. Okay, yeah, we're gonna have to keep an eye on Hamilton, because going for Hamilton, I think, is definitely a good idea here. Check goalies, because we need a better goalie. We're going to go for Philip Gustafson. Why he is in free agency, I have no idea. Is he an RFA? He's a UFA? Huh? Cool. Okay. I'm just going to sign him to a max 2-way deal for 2 seasons, I guess. Okay. Awesome. Sick. Oh my god, Matt Sogard as well. 68 of 20. That's great. We're going to sign him to... Oh, is he an RFA? No, he's not. He's just the Islanders are interested in him. There's just no RFAs out there. I'm going to offer him a max deal for 3 years, so that's a very sick tandem if we get those 2. Okay, now let's start simming, I guess, because I would like to keep an eye on Hamilton. We'll see if anyone offers him a contract. Should be good to sim to the 4th. Okay, so we got some scouts. We got some prospects. Okay. Let's see. Has anyone offered Dougie Hamilton a contract yet? Dougie Hamilton. 2 teams are interested. Oh, shit. I'm not going to have the cap to do this anymore. Ah, oh, damn it. Shit. Ah, no. Ah, damn. I'm going to have to get rid of someone if I want to do this. Shit. That hurts my feelings. Who can I get rid of? Who can I get rid of to clear up some cap? It needs to be like at least $2 million. Like, okay, you know what? I don't even care. Sorry, Blackhawks fan. I'm sure you're over it though. But does anyone want Brent Seabrook? I will literally take anything. Damn it. Okay, you know what? It's fine. We'll figure it out, guys. I saw that Anaheim wanted Brent Seabrook, so you know what? They can have him. They can absolutely have him. Brent Seabrook, buddy. You're hopefully going to Anaheim. Not hopefully for you, but hopefully for me. They don't have a 7th they want to give up. They do next year, though. Will that go through? I highly doubt it. Yep. We'll add a 4th. Will that go through? That will. Okay, so that was much easier than I honestly thought it was going to be. But again, I'm sorry, Blackhawks fans, but it just needs to be done. Would you rather Dougie Hamilton or would you rather Brent Seabrook? Just saying. Just saying. All right, so let's offer Hamilton some money. I honestly, I was thinking 7.5, but I feel like that's honestly not enough. So I'm going to go 7.6 million for 4 seasons. He wants, 7.65. We're going to give him $900K more than what he's asking for. I hope that's enough. I really hope that's enough. You know what? No, we're going 7.75 to be on the safer side. 7.75 for 4 years on Dougie Hamilton. Let's see what happens here, guys. Let's go. Nick Ritchie rejects. Wenberg rejects. Gustafsson accepts. Okay, so I guess we can go offer them contracts again. So let's sort it by forwards that are UFAs. I kind of figured they'd decline just because of what they were asking for, but it was worth a shot anyways. A team is actually interested in Wenberg now. It's Columbus. Nice. So I'm going to have to give him a little bit more money this time around. Unfortunately, I guess I shouldn't have shorted it so much the last time. So 3.25 for 3 years. We'll see if he accepts that. And then Nick Ritchie. Nobody wants Ritchie still though, so I'm gonna just lower it to 2.5, and he's asking for 2 years still, so that's fine with me. So we'll hear from them in a few days, and I think we hear from Hamilton tomorrow. Fingers are crossed. Oh, okay. Fingers crossed. Dougie Chicago Blackhawk. That is a great way to move on to next season. Wenberg is a Chicago Blackhawk, and Nick Ritchie is an Arizona Coyote. That is fine, though. All right, I do want to target one more forward before we move on, just because I think that the most logical move heading into this next season. So let's go for who's faster, Athanasiou or Duclair? I would like some speed. 92 speed, 93 speed. Okay. Plus, Athanasiou is probably just the better two-way player, I would imagine. How did Athanasiou do last year? He did not play. Okay. How did Anthony Duclair do? He did 40 points in 66 games, which is not bad, actually. Yeah, I might just go for Duclair. I know he's a dick in real life, but whatever. It's fine. 2.5 for 2 years. We'll see if he accepts that. It's honestly not that bad. That's what I offered Ritchie anyways. So let's see if we can get him on this team. Anthony Duclair says he accepts. All right, guys. So that will be the end of this episode. I am very excited to see Chicago team looks like next year. I think we're actually taking Chicago into a very good direction, getting younger and fast, which is what this franchise needs right now, just because of how old some of the players are. So I'm very, very excited to see what happens next one. Thank you guys all so much for watching. Hope you did enjoy. This was much longer than I wanted or intended it to be, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.